Hello everyone and welcome to the IPW Insider, the ongoing series that keeps you up to date on all things IPW. I'm your commentator and host, Mark Franchise. Well, IPW fans, another event is in the books as IPW Tough Luck invaded Trinity Martial Arts on Saturday, March 26th, and it was a hell of a card. The show opened up with what IPW fans are considering quite possibly the most disappointing announcement in IPW history. Derek Wolf would be the special guest ring announcer for the night. Let's just say the fans and attendants were less than thrilled. IPW champion, the Black Diamond Jack Price, came to the ring to once again ask Alex Weir to join him as he remakes the Death Threat Army in his own image, but like last event, he was interrupted, this time by the Process, Malcolm Monroe III, MM3. MM3 said that his father, DBA, is no longer holding him back, and he stated that he wanted a title shot of his own, which Price agreed to for later in the night. In the first match of the night, Anderson Knight faced the rompin' stompin' swamp man himself, Brutus Atwell. Before the match began, Knight had some uncharacteristic words for his former tag partner, Mongo, where he blamed Mongo for their recent loss. He would have no one to blame but himself on this night, however, as he lost to Brutus Atwell. The Swamp Man continues to pick up momentum, and one has to wonder who might be to blame for this loss. He might want to be worried about Mongo's reaction to his heated accusations. Next up, we saw Forever Young, who was scheduled to take on the 1-2-3 kid of IPW, the Magic Man, Felix Morio, but it was announced that Felix had been injured and would not be able to compete. This led to Forever Young facing a returning Marco Modelo. Modelo would pick up the win, and after the bout, Felix could be seen taunting him as he returned the dollar that Forever Young and his group gave Felix when they thought he was homeless. This may just be the starting point of some bad blood, but we'll have to wait and see. Word around IPW offices is that IPW champion Davison Sarai continues to avoid signing a contract for a rematch against Randy West. While those rumors are unconfirmed, there is a clear track record of Davison taking on smaller and less experienced opponents, and on this night she faced the relentless Heather Blue. After much back and forth action, Davison once again was victorious and maintained her status as IPW champion, but are the seconds ticking down to an eventual and unavoidable rematch with her sworn enemy, Randy West? Time will tell. Next up, we saw the first ever blindfold match in IPW as Jimmy Hype Shaolin faced his former protege, the Greek god Jason DeMilo, as he was looking for some payback for being maced at the previous event. While DeMilo tried every trick in the book to win, including pulling his mask down to cheat, Hype was able to get a satisfying victory, effectively squashing the beef between the two. What a satisfying feeling it must have been for Hype to finally get his revenge for months of torment. In the first qualifying match for the 2022 Fate of 8 tournament, which will see the winner receiving a title shot in the main event at War on the Shore, former IPW champion Ren Jones faced returning fan favorite Jamal King, who the fans were delighted to see. Ren's gold standard teammate, the Warrior of Information, Chad Alpha, gave some assistance, leading to the victory over King, making Ren Jones the first official entrant into the Fate of 8 tournament. IPW fans met a new debuting talent as Mondo Real had his first IPW bout. Before his opponent could be announced, the house lights went dark and a familiar eerie song played over the speakers. It was then that Jeremiah Nazareth emerged from behind the curtain, leading the Grey Wolves. Nazareth has been preaching for months on various IPW programs, and he finally returned to explain himself, saying that he has started his own collection of lost souls who were discarded and underappreciated by IPW. Nazareth attempted to recruit and convert Mondo Real, who refused to offer and was similarly destroyed by Nazareth and the Wolves. While Mondo put up a good fight against the Wolves, he lost sight of his opponent, Nazareth, who capitalized on the distraction and picked up the win over a debuting Mondo Real. Fans will remember that an IPW security guard was maced by Jason DeMilo at IPW Defection, with DeMilo receiving no disciplinary action. That same security guard tried to stop Nazareth and the Wolves from punishing Mondo any further, but instead Nazareth was able to recruit the security guard, who delivered a shattering chokeslam to Mondo, IPW fans, it would appear that the forgotten have arrived. Next was an IPW tag title match, which saw Terry Van Avery and Josh Raymond successfully defending their tag titles against the team of Chad Alpha and Kyler Coleman, the Golden Standard. Despite Terry appearing to potentially be intoxicated during the bout, coming to the match with a glass in his hand, it ultimately did not have an effect on the home team's performance as they picked up another win. There's been some concern expressed in certain circles about Van Avery's condition during the bout, and here's hoping that some investigation occurs. Being near the ring all night must have got Derek Wolf antsy for competition as he seemingly prepared to make another open challenge to defend his Michiana title. However, he instead cussed out the fans and stormed out of the ring and building, following an incredibly negative response from the IPW loyal, who couldn't have been any happier to see him leave. In the main event for the IPW Championship, Jack Price and MM3 had a tremendous bout, which actually began with the DJ accidentally playing MM3's father, DBA's ring music, which infuriated him and seemed to only make the chip on his shoulder even larger. It should be noted that Jack Price and MM3 have faced each other in other federations across the country, and Jack has never beaten MM3 in singles competition. This made the stakes even higher, but today would be the day as the Black Diamond was able to pick up his first win over MM3, thus retaining the IPW Championship. Price still has not received any answer from weaponized Alex Weir, but we're gonna need one soon, as Death Threat Army leader Aaron Orion could return to IPW at any moment. IPW fans should be excited as IPW Blackout comes to you live on April 23rd in Grand Rapids, and IPW will be returning to Kalamazoo on May 7th. Blackout will feature the return of Jeff King as he will take on LJ Lawrence for a spot in the Fate of 8 tournament. Later on in May, on the 28th, IPW will have its first show in Indiana, which will be hostile territory, coming to you live from South Bend, Indiana. The Fate of 8 will be at the Vandermill Cider in Grand Rapids on June 4th, with Road to Glory coming live from Stevensville on June 25th. It must be stated that everything is leading up to War on the Shore 2 on July 9th in Muskegon on the deck of the historic USS LST 393. For fans who missed War on the Shore in 2021, they missed an absolutely historic event and will want to make it out to this event on July 9th as we repeat history once again. We will see you April 23rd in Grand Rapids at the Vandermill Cider for IPW Blackout.